Welcome, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is the telephone number. Pick up the phone and give us a call. You can reach us there. You can also email us, info@malibufunding.net. You know, we get a lot of requests for information, all kinds of different information, whether it's programs or what about my rate or what about the huge data breach that's out there right now. All these things are accessible through our website, through our email. You can also see us on YouTube if you go to our YouTube channel, Financing Mortgage on the YouTube channel. That's one word, and of course this particular show will be on there in about 2 weeks, as well as a number of other ones, educational videos, things about you're going to know what you need to do to get your mortgage when you need to get it. So if you have those type of questions, if you want to know about programs, if you want to just talk to a terrific loan officer, which, by the way, you can get at malibufunding.net. And if we can't help you, we'll find a way that we can. That's kind of what we try to do. We give information on the show. We want you to join in any way you can. There's myriad of ways, different ways you can do it. So if you're out there and you're listening to the show right now, welcome and thanks for listening. We're going to bring on the show very quickly because I know she's got a busy schedule. It's a terrific loan officer out here in the Los Angeles area is Brenda Scott. Brenda, how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing well. And yourself, sir?
I'm just fine. Thank you very much. I wanted to bring you on the show because we've had so many weather-related incidences or things going on in states that we do business, whether it's Texas or Florida, anywhere down south, for instance. And, of course, here in California, we've had wildfires all over. How do you handle that when a buyer or a lender is a little nervous about an area and you're trying to get under contract within a time period, get the loan submitted and closed? How are you dealing with the weather issues? How are you dealing with disaster issues when you're trying to get a loan for a borrower?
Well, if that loan is already submitted and it's already, let's hypothetically say that it's already gone through underwriting, well, there is going to be another inspection, especially if the lender feels that that area is a target area for them. They will require the appraisal to go back out and inspect that property just to make sure that everything is still standing and all in the standards of what they are requiring from that property.
Okay, so in what I hear you say is it's not necessarily the same time frame as it would be if there was no natural disaster in your area.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when you are a borrower and you're in a situation like this, what do you suggest they do with which to either obviously trust in the loan officer, trust in the process, but they're nervous, right? They want to move.
Yeah,
how do you deal with that?
I would tell them to call their loan officer.
Right.
Because it's their loan officer's responsibility to make sure he or she coordinates that with the lender, and if it's a requirement, you need to get it now because it's taken appraisals a long time to go back out to do those re-inspections.
Sure it is.
And by the way, it's a cost for it, too.
Yeah, you know what? And that you bring up the fact that they have to go out and it is a time-consuming issue. It's a lot like that with an FHA loan, too, right? If they have to go out and re-inspect after the property's been rehabbed or fixed in some way?
Oh, absolutely. It will take that appraisal at least I would say 7 to 10 days to schedule that and to schedule the inspection. Not necessarily mean it'll be done in that time frame.
Now the inspection process to the FHA loan and then the reappraisal. This is all part of the negotiation that a real estate agent should understand when they're talking to a lender. Or do you work with them and try to educate them in the process?
No, I work with them. They, they have a total different mindset than we do.
Right.
So you have to tell them every step of the way. Look, you got a deal on the table. There was a disaster. We got to do an inspection. Or if anything is broken or needs to be repaired on that FHA deal, it has to have a reinspection done on it.
Right. No, I understand.
Usually the appraisal would make a requirement or condition in his report. And if it's in his report, you definitely have to get a reinspection done on it.
Okay, that's excellent advice. If anybody's out there right now and they're in a situation where they're saying, hey, you know what, I may be in one of these issues with FHA or with a weather-related incident that may slow down the process, causing the inspector or the appraisal to go back out there. Brenda, shout out your phone number in case somebody out there listening needs advice, somebody to talk to about it.
Yes, please call me because it's a new world in real estate. It's a lot more requirements. So please call me if you have any questions, whether I have the loan or don't have the loan. I'll be happy to accommodate you. It's 562-500-2400.
Now, next question I wanted to ask you has to do with stress-related issues in regards not only to our business, but certainly the stress that the buyers and sellers go through on each and every deal, and what it drives the loan officers and real estate agents to the point where, you know, some of them obviously get overstressed. How do you handle that kind of pressure within each and every deal? Because our business, you don't do a deal, you don't eat.
I just communicate with the buyer or the buyer's agent, the borrower. It's just communication. I mean, even, you know, I've had instances, a deal where it was totally out of my control. And the only thing that saved me with that borrower is that I was very honest with them. I kept them on the do's, the don't. I kept them up on what is being done, what is, you know, the whole thing is communication. You got to communicate. I didn't avoid calls. I mean, trust me, there's times where the news that I had for that borrower wasn't very good. So
right.
It was very hard for me to make that phone call, but I made the phone call. I didn't want them to have to call me. I made the phone call. Yeah,
I think that's very important. And for borrowers or buyers out there, understand this, we're all human beings in this industry, and everybody wants to make these deals happen, but sometimes news is bad. And if you have a character in relationship with your loan officer or your real estate agent that you can talk to them, or they more pointedly can call you with bad news, it's better hearing that. But no messenger wants to be shot, right? It's certainly, you know what I mean? It's sometimes way out of our control, a lot of this stuff, especially as we're talking about weather-related issues or fires or some other things that are really just beyond the control, whether it's in the FHA reappraisal or whether it's in just a standard inspection, which something comes up that wasn't anticipated, and that 30-day window seems to disappear pretty quickly.
Oh, and not only that, Jeff, it's new requirements that constantly popping up. I mean, what is good today may not be good tomorrow.
No, I totally agree with you. A couple last questions. First, business. Where do you see it heading for you and for the area? I know you're in the Southern California, San Bernardino, Riverside, L.A., Orange County, and all the way up to Ventura and Santa Barbara counties. So where do you think it's headed here in Southern California?
Nothing but up. I think the property values are doing good. I think interest rates are doing excellent right now. It's just the time frame, getting that loan submitted with as much documents as you can to get it in that underwriter so you don't have a 2-page condition when you're ready to go to close that loan. It's submission.
Excellent. Hey, Brenda, thanks very much for coming on short notice. I really appreciate it. Great information.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Have a great day.
And you too. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. We'll be right back.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising. And according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Are you experiencing hair loss? We have the solution with no drugs, no surgery, and no side effects. Experience 100% pain-free results with Super Grow Laser Cap System, featuring 272 professional-grade lasers that make your hair thicker and fuller naturally. Use it 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and notice your hair growth in as little as 3 months. Visit online at irevivelaser.com to order your Super Grow Laser Cap today and experience unbelievable results. irevivelaser.com.
Ruthless Cowboys, keeping the American dream alive and creating jobs one t-shirt at a time. From fabric to design, Ruthless Cowboys makes 100% American-made apparel that hardworking Americans are proud to wear. At RuthlessCowboys.com, you can shop for shirts and accessories for the cowboy or cowgirl in your life. Head to RuthlessCowboys.com, check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching Ruthless Cowboys. Ruthless Cowboys, we're all about family, country, and keeping it all American. RuthlessCowboys.com.
Successful Strategies International offers state-of-the-art PMP certification and an entire curriculum of project management, risk management, portfolio and program management by using unique learning techniques such as online learning, simulations, and facilitator lead programs. Our clientele consists of some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in existence. SSI has trainers all across North America, Europe, and Asia to help meet your project management needs. Learn more at ssi-learn.com. That's ssi-learn.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is the telephone number. Pick up the phone and give us a call. We are waiting. We talk a lot about mortgages here, but we also spread it around to things that happen in the country that may affect mortgage rates, may affect the product in your area, which, of course, is houses in a normal sense. We also do some commercial lending and can talk about that on the show. If you'd like to see us on Facebook, go to Facebook, type in Home Loans, Malibu Funding Inc. Make sure you put the Inc. on the end, Malibu Funding Inc., and we pop right up. We get a lot of requests for information about programs, about the different kind of lenders. We are a lender as well, so what kind of rates do we have? What kind of rates do we have versus other lenders? Can you do a bank statement loan? Can you do an FHA or some kind of VA loan? Any kind of question like that, we certainly can tackle, and we usually bring on the show experts in the field and people from different lenders, different other mortgage broker companies. The reason is that we want to make sure that the information that we give you is the honest, up-to-date, and you get comparisons from what I say as opposed to what other people may say or in agreement with what other people say. Of course, again, we bring back to the show Chris Thompson from Motive Lending. Chris, how are you?
Very good. How are you, Jeff?
I'm just terrific. Thank you very much. And thanks again for coming on the show. I really do appreciate it. For those listening to the show, last time we're going to have Chris on, he had a child emergency, which was a screaming child in the car, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes. I'm sorry. I was trying to plan it where I could get out and adjust it, but anybody that has kids knows that planning is out the window. So, I apologize for that.
Not at all. I really appreciate it. It brings a human element to what we do. Obviously, we still have families, we still have wives and kids and things we got to do, and sometimes it brings humanity to the lending business, which can be very robotic in many ways.
Very true.
Okay.
Very true. Yeah. So
I wanted to ask you about a couple programs. Give us a synopsis of what Motive's doing right now, some of the more popular programs that they're offering for borrowers out there who need a loan to get a house.
So Motive Lending, wholesale lender, and basically, we have accumulated over the course of time to pretty much have everything now. We kind of have the bulk of the products being FHA, VA, conventional. We're doing the USDA now.
Great.
We have the jumbo arms. We also got the Home Possible, Home Ready. Those are a couple exciting new programs.
Yeah, hit on that just basically, because we have a lot in our audience who do need that type of product. Why don't you give us some highlights on those?
Yeah, so, a lot of times we hear these products, I'm sure a lot of your listeners do as well. You hear them, they sound amazing, get you on the phone, and then you realize, once you're halfway into your transaction that you don't qualify or it's, some other twist, and now and now you're looking at something completely different than what you were quoted. These two programs, same kind of thing. We weren't very sure about them. Once we got them in and kind of saw how they were looking, how they were performing, how the approvals came out, we noticed these were the real deal products. These were something that we could viably put together, sell. That it's not just doesn't just look good on an advertisement. These programs, and I'll go into a little bit of detail here, are the real deal as far as your borrowers go. As far as qualifying, this is for real people that are out there. So the two of them, Home Possible and Home Ready, one of them is a Freddie Mac, and the other is a Fannie Mae. So it's just kind of one entity over the other. They're pretty much the same. But the pricing is better for both of them than just your normal Fannie or Freddie pricing, which is nice. Your mortgage insurance on these is a lot lower. And so by doing so, it not just lowers your payment, but the amount of money you have to come in with to get a certain rate is a lot lower. So that's very exciting. The two caveats behind these is that depending on the location of where you're buying is there's an income limit on how much you can make. So I believe in, I know you're doing a lot of loans in the LA, Orange County area. Most of the areas in these two counties are okay. You can purchase in these. You don't have an income limit. Outside of that, pretty much starts cutting off at about $80,000.
Okay.
And that is combined for both, however many people you have on your loan. That's a combined income. So
is this supposed to be a program whereby you're helping low-income people? Although 80,000 seems like a lot, but maybe it's not. Is that what it's for, mainly?
Right. Well, exactly. So it actually is for people with, if they're first-time home buyers, you cannot have purchased or refied in the last 3 years.
Okay.
It's also a refinance program. So if you're refining your home loan, you don't think you qualify for something like this. If you haven't refied in 3 years, you can qualify for these programs also. Technically, it is for lower income. I know it does seem like $80K isn't a whole lot, but I read something in the paper recently that if you make under $83,000 a year in Orange County, there are programs available to assist you in living. So it kind of is. I know it sounds weird, but $80,000 is kind of low income depending on where you live.
I heard that Orange County, their median price for a home is $700,000, something like that.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm sure.
It's an incredible number. I mean, obviously the show is broadcast out in the Inland Empire, but their prices are getting high too.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, everybody already saw that around the corner and is now shifting to buying and refining out that way. So you're right. You're right. And this is as long as you meet those parameters with this, you need a 620 FICO score, at least for Motive. I know there's probably other lenders that could go a little lower, but 620 FICO, and then depending on your area. And I'll send you the link too, Jeff, on how to find out your income limit depending on where the property is, your area is.
That's county by county, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly right.
Very good. So I was somebody living out in San Bernardino or Riverside or, in a different county than Los Angeles or Orange County that we've been talking about. Obviously, they have different loan limits for this particular product.
Correct. And the loan limits are okay. It's just what you make. So you're just looking for the income limits of that particular area. Most of them in Orange County OC don't have an income limit, so you're still good on this program as long as you haven't purchased or refied in the last 3 years. You can still get in on this. But, rates are better. The program...
What's the down payment on this?
The down payment on this is 3% down minimum.
Okay, so you're talking right up our alley here. 3% down, better rates. Mortgage insurance is less. Sounds like that you're obviously trying to help people get into homes, and because the market is so tight and the prices are rising, it's a pretty good program for people who especially need to stretch their dollar.
Exactly.
Right.
Another aspect of it is if you do have border income, for example, you have a roommate that pays you money, you put that on your taxes at the end of the year, you can use your border income.
How much of that income can you use? 75%?
If you put it on your tax returns, you can use all of it. You can use that full amount.
Okay, so you need to declare it somehow on your tax returns, and then obviously you can use the income.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's another little perk there for you. And I'll give you a couple flyers on these two, Jeff. So
Great.
In case some of your callers want some access to that, we do have the Home Possible and Home Ready. But
hey, do me a favor.
Real program. Go ahead.
Can you shout out your phone number, because people may want to talk to you directly who don't like me, and there's plenty of people who love me, but there's a few that don't. So if they do, how do they get a hold of you so they can get some answers to this thing?
Okay, yeah. Let me give you my work line. It's 263671988.
Very good. Okay, very good. This is Chris Thompson from Motive Lending, one of our favorite go-to lenders for a number of years, and a great guy, and also somebody who can get things happening if you've got some issues with your loan. So, hey, Chris, I really appreciate you coming on the show. You did a great job explaining both those programs, and, we want to do it again real soon.
Very good. Thank you for having me, Jeff. I appreciate that.
And thank you very much. And I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. We'll be right back.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Are you experiencing hair loss? We have the solution with no drugs, no surgery, and no side effects. Experience 100% pain-free results with Super Grow Laser Cap System, featuring 272 professional-grade lasers that make your hair thicker and fuller naturally. Use it 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and notice your hair growth in as little as 3 months. Visit online at irevivelaser.com to order your Super Grow Laser Cap today and experience unbelievable results. irevivelaser.com.
Ruthless Cowboys, keeping the American dream alive and creating jobs one t-shirt at a time. From fabric to design, Ruthless Cowboys makes 100% American-made apparel that hardworking Americans are proud to wear. At RuthlessCowboys.com, you can shop for shirts and accessories for the cowboy or cowgirl in your life. Head to RuthlessCowboys.com, check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching Ruthless Cowboys. Ruthless Cowboys, we're all about family, country, and keeping it all American. RuthlessCowboys.com.
Successful Strategies International offers state-of-the-art PMP certification and an entire curriculum of project management, risk management, portfolio and program management by using unique learning techniques such as online learning, simulations, and facilitator lead programs. Our clientele consists of some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in existence. SSI has trainers all across North America, Europe, and Asia to help meet your project management needs. Learn more at ssi-learn.com. That's ssi-learn.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is the telephone number. Pick up the phone and give us a call. We answer questions about your mortgage, about refinance, about purchase, about all things doing to your mortgage. There are a lot of questions for people out there. The market has changed. It continues to improve in terms of both what's happening in the economy, what's happening in employment, and of course, that all drives the price of your real estate up. So programs available out there today are trying to loosen some of the standards by which it makes it very difficult in the conventional world to get a loan. And in so doing, we need experts in order to kind of guide you, me, everybody else through the process, and we have them on the show, and if we don't have them, we'll try to find somebody for you. Email here is info@malibufunding.net, and certainly, as I was just talking to our next guest on off air, the YouTube channel is, if you go to YouTube, just type in Financing Mortgage, that's one word, and of course, all of these shows are on YouTube as well as our Las Vegas real estate show. But I want to bring Debbie to the air right now. This is Debbie Harris from Performance Intermedia, who is going to talk to us today once again about social media, how it works, how we can improve what we do. Debbie, how are you?
I'm great, Jeff. Thank you very much, and thanks for having me back.
And thank you very much, too. I just want to give you a quick plug. I know you also have your own TV show. If you want to shout out a little bit about how people can get a hold of that, if you're
Actually, I'm not doing the radio show anymore. I will give a shout-out, though, how people can get in touch with me.
Great. No, please do. I know I loved listening, so I apologize. I didn't know that.
That's okay. They can call me at 702-720-6560, or they can always email me at Debbie, DEBBIE, at PImedia.me. Or, Jeff, I'm on Twitter, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. You can find me. If you want to find me, you can find me.
Okay, excellent. And speaking of that, let's just get right down to brass tacks. I have been in social media from day one, from Jump Street. I'm an early adopter. The problem is the gathering of your group, your crowd, your people on all of your social media outlets. Heck, I've got a couple thousand, and I know people that have 10,000. The response rate to blast emails or blast this or non-personal is zero. Can you improve that, or do you maintain that the personal contact is always the best way to go?
No, you certainly can improve that. And you mentioned a very important thing. Email is still a very, very effective way of reaching people and getting conversion from people. But again, just like with social media, and perhaps we'll talk about this another time, you have to do email the right way. So when it comes to social media, it's the same thing. It's that personal touch. I mean, look, we all know there's nothing like face-to-face. I mean, shaking somebody's hand, seeing somebody in person. But the fact is that you can't be everywhere and meet everyone. And the world's gotten so much smaller. Even your local area has gotten so much smaller with these vehicles. So if you take a vehicle like LinkedIn, which is your business-to-business, professional-to-professional network, it's really important to not sell. It's really important to understand that we're all being sold to all day long, every time we look at our phone, every time we look at our computer. What you want to be doing is simply educating and keeping it really short and really sweet and valuable. So you're giving somebody, whether it's a tip or whether you're saying, hey, I wanted to invite you to this complimentary webinar or seminar, or you're giving them updates, as you pointed out, and you're such a source of knowledge with your shows, you're giving them information about what's going on with the market. And if you're whatever line of work you're in, remember, there's other things that happen besides what happens exactly in your business. You know, for example, we have people in the insurance business. We have people in your line of work, Jeff, that look at the hurricanes we've just had.
Yep.
How does that affect? How does that affect someone's value of their home? These are valuable pieces of information, or 3 things you need to know if you're living in the hurricane area, from your perspective, from an insurance person's perspective, from whomever.
Right.
So what we're doing is we're educating. And I have seen great success with my clients using LinkedIn when I coach them, when I work with them, very simply making introductions. For example, hi, I just wanted to introduce myself. I wanted to let you know that if you have any questions, I'm here to help. If there's anything I can ever do to assist you, and in your industry, we do that a lot with realtors, here's my number, period. And I'd love to connect on LinkedIn. You get the connection request. Thank you so much for accepting my connection request. By the way, here's a tip on something, or here's a link to get an article, 5 things you have to know before you work with a loan, a mortgage person, whatever it is. But it's all just like you would in person. You're making those soft intros. You're letting people know you're there. You're letting and by the way, how can I help you? By the way, how can I help you? And here's something that might help you. Here's something that might help you with your clients. And it's just these little strips. They're not long. They're not salesy. And I am seeing great success with my clients using LinkedIn. I mean, actually closing deals in a variety of professions.
Yeah, I think what you're saying to me is exactly how you would, or I would talk to somebody if I was sitting at a coffee shop or just met them for the first time. Just trying to get a feel for them, what they're doing, what they're needing, and be of some kind of help. Offering something for nothing. Doing, above and beyond what a typical sales approach would be, which is, hey, I got this, come buy it. No, I've got something that maybe I can help you with, and anything you need. I love that approach. It's a soft approach. It seems to be more in line with my personality. I don't know if all salespeople think that, but I do. So that's terrific advice.
Well, and the other piece of it is consistency. So what I usually do is tell my clients, work out a schedule. If you check your emails at 7 in the morning, then check your LinkedIn. Work your LinkedIn for a half an hour. If you do this in the evening, do it in the evening. But it's consistency. And if you're going to be sending out a lot of these little invitations, then put them in Word. So all you have to do is copy, paste.
Of course.
So all you do is change the person's first name. Mm-hmm. So it looks personal.
Personal, like absolutely.
Time. And this is without spending any money. I mean, LinkedIn allows you to pay to have in-mails, which are essentially LinkedIn emails, delivered to inboxes. We all get them.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you the opportunity to sponsor a status update from a company page. We all see those when we scroll. But without even spending money, it's consistency and it's providing value.
Debbie, that's really terrific advice. I mean, obviously, can you shout out your phone number again? Because anybody who's listening is obviously as spellbound as I am by the quality and obviously, your knowledge in the business.
Of course, it's 702-720-6560. And as I said, many people use me now as a social media coach.
Right.
And we actually get the work done while we're on the phone together. And that's where the consistency comes in.
Right.
Because I've had many people say, you know what, Deb, if you didn't do this with me, I'd never do it. But the point is everybody can do it. Just make it part of your normal business development. Whenever you're doing with email, add a half an hour, start with a half an hour, and start working your social media. I'm not talking about chatting with your friends on Facebook. Do that. That's a separate thing.
Right.
I'm talking about consistently building your relationships on social media, business relationships.
Debbie, thank you very much. We're up against the clock, and it went by really quickly. I appreciate the time once again, and let me know about coming on the TV show.
I will, and thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you very much. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. We'll be right back.
Is your car starting to give you some trouble? Then come on down to Gyra Tire Shop and Service, where we offer a wide range of services, such as new and used tires, balance and repair, brakes, AC repair, professional auto diagnostics. We promise you high-quality service at an affordable price. We're located on the corner of Boulder Highway and Wells Street. Do yourself and your car a favor. Come down to Gyra Tire Shop and Service.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Are you experiencing hair loss? We have the solution with no drugs, no surgery, and no side effects. Experience 100% pain-free results with Super Grow Laser Cap System, featuring 272 professional-grade lasers that make your hair thicker and fuller naturally. Use it 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and notice your hair growth in as little as 3 months. Visit online at irevivelaser.com to order your Super Grow Laser Cap today and experience unbelievable results. irevivelaser.com.
Ruthless Cowboys, keeping the American dream alive and creating jobs one t-shirt at a time. From fabric to design, Ruthless Cowboys makes 100% American-made apparel that hardworking Americans are proud to wear. At RuthlessCowboys.com, you can shop for shirts and accessories for the cowboy or cowgirl in your life. Head to RuthlessCowboys.com, check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching Ruthless Cowboys. Ruthless Cowboys, we're all about family, country, and keeping it all American. RuthlessCowboys.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is the telephone number. If you pick up the phone, you give us a call, we can talk about your mortgage. There's a lot going on in the world out there, whether it's current events, whether it's political events, whether it's weather events, I think I can say that. You can get great information about what you need to do concerning your mortgage, concerning your property, concerning things that makes you feel safe. On the complete reverse of just your practical, let's talk about the emotional a little bit. And back on the show today from Florida, actually, is Dr. Jeannie Bertoli. I wanted to bring her back on. First of all, hi, Dr. Bertoli. How are you?
Hey, Jeff. Glad to be with you today.
And I'm glad you are here. I'm glad you're dry. Can you just go through a little bit of what happened in your little sphere of world during the last 48 to 72 hours?
Sure. Well, as you know, Hurricane Irma decided to come up the west coast of Florida, which is where I live in St. Petersburg.
Right.
And so we were being prepped for, a Category 4 hurricane, including, 6 to 9 foot surges and the winds about 130 miles an hour, and so everybody was planning really on losing their property or
Right.
on dealing with major losses if they didn't lose everything. So, and then the hurricane came through, and we were lucky that it was only about a Category 2 when it came through.
Right.
And that's the difference between us being severely damaged, and most people don't have power, let alone anything like Wi-Fi or TV or anything, but just the basics of power. Most people don't have mandatory evacuations, and this is day 2 of recovery. Most stores are still closed. Gas stations have huge lines. McDonald's is open and had a line of about 30 cars when I went by there.
Right.
And most people are just trying to have either come back or try to deal with the damage to their homes now.
Which is worse, the physical or the emotional currently down there?
I mean, I would say that it's really interesting because the emotional consequence, I don't even want to call it damage, is apparent. Like, everybody has a bit of a traumatized look in their eye, and it's clearly affected and impacted. And on the other hand, I will say I am really shocked at how positive people are and how community-oriented. Everybody's like, how are you? And how are you doing? Or, do you need anything? And it's just, it's not even like these are strangers in a store.
Sure.
It's just a genial, communal atmosphere that is uplifting in a really incidental way.
Yeah, I think I saw this in Texas during Harvey. I've seen it from Florida. Of course, there's the occasional people that decide that they want to loot and do stuff like that, but it's so far and away a positive where people are helping people. That's what I've taken away from both these events. I think it's life-affirming in terms of, how you feel about tomorrow rather than devastation where you don't know if you can face tomorrow.
Right. And I think one of the things we talked a little bit before the show is I got me thinking there's always something to be grateful for, or there's always something to complain about. And it's not so much about the external event that occurs, but how you choose to live your life. And right now, I'm just grateful for what I have. I'm super grateful to have my own physical safety as well as my dog, Jake. And I'm super grateful to have my home, even though there's some damage. And I'm super grateful to have my health. Even though I took a fall, I'm okay.
Right.
And I'm super grateful to have power and the basics of life and lots of love around me from people I know and people I don't know. So,
yeah, that's
how you wanna
terrific.
live your life.
And for those of us here in Southern California, now we deal with our own issues, and certainly this show is being broadcast out in the Las Vegas market as well. There are challenges, weather challenges here, there, we're desert.
Everywhere.
And they can pop up at any time, whether it's lack of water for years, maybe an earthquake, some dust storms, torrential downpour. How do you think, is there a set of principles or something that you could give to people today who are listening to the show? They're obviously thanking themselves that it's not them that has to go through with it, but how do you prepare people for things like this from a psychological, emotional level?
Well, I think not to live in a stressed out state. I have a cousin who has this phrase from her church called living within the margin. So to make sure that you aren't living so stressed out where you have nothing left emotionally, where you're just, you're at your edge. Instead, to make sure that you're doing enough self-care and you're living, just making a choice. There's so much about how we live, how we experience our lives that is a choice. And again, choose gratitude, choose non-drama, choose simplicity, and kindness. And the more we choose these things, the more room we have for things are going to come up, weather events and otherwise, right? Job uncertainty, economic uncertainty. There is uncertainty in our lives today, and we need to make sure we are ready to be flexible and not expect everything to stay stable and good forever.
We talk in sound bites for the radio show, and we try to come up with clever things to say that will stick in somebody's mind so that maybe they'll tune in or think about us during the week. But what you just said about, and it sounds like this is something whereby you're thinking about your life in its totality every day, as opposed to just, hey, what do I have to do right now, right next, stressing yourself out. I got to get to work. The kids got to go here.
Right.
You have to really back it off. And you
Right.
have to really think in terms of, hey, you know what? There's more going on here than just right now. What do I have to do to slow down a little bit and to really give myself the emotional space to either recover or, to be able to handle something as stressful as what you just went through?
When you said that, I thought if I were going to give you a soundbite in this moment, it would be not enough joy.
Right.
And if we start to think, gosh, there's not enough joy around, I'm going to do something joyous today for myself or for someone else. There's not enough joy. There's not enough joy. Come on, guys. Let's add joy.
No, I agree. That's great. It really is. I mean, we get so stressed out with the political or the terrorist or when you go through a situation where it's way beyond your control, anybody's control, and everybody is pulling together and everybody's trying to help one another, gives you a terrific feeling. And I think this is what I'm getting off just glimpses on the TV or looking at the Harvey people down in Texas. That's what I feel. I don't know. Is that what's happening down there? I think it is.
It is, but I will tell you that when I watched Harvey on television, I had to constantly override in my mind. They're showing us the worst of the worst. Mm-hmm. They're showing us the worst of the worst. So we have to all remember, as consumers of media, that drama and intensity is what they're keeping us kind of hooked on fear. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't actually help us. If it's not bringing that joy, if it's not bringing the calm, I actually turn that kind of stuff off. I'd rather watch something simple and entertaining or talk to a friend or do something else. But remember, you guys, it's our choice what we consume, so let's choose some less drama and more joy.
That's terrific advice. I think a lot of times we do get hooked on that TV just because it's the next emotional upswing or downswing, and that gives you a hit of something. And you get addicted to it. So turning off the TV or radio is probably a great idea to, channel some of that energy back into just your local.
Right. Remember that they are choosing to work on your emotions, and you have to opt out affirmatively.
You know what? That's terrific advice. I'm going to leave it there, too. I really appreciate you, Dr. Bertoli, coming on and telling us a little bit about what went on, what's going on, and then how to get through these type of events. Thank you very, very much.
Just take care of yourself.
And you too. And that's been Dr. Bertoli. And my name is Jeff Barton, and I am the voice in the mortgage industry. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Your nose just a little bit. I need the sun off. There you go. When we do our workshops, we choose top locations like Red Rock Canyon for fashion, or we choose Cancun beaches for the glamour photography. There you go. Good, good, good. We set up all the models. We have sponsors like Canon that bring out lenses and camera equipment, bodies that you can work with. We teach you how to use those. We teach you how to work with your equipment that you bring out. ISO 400, I'm shooting 1,000 shutter. I'm wide open at 2.8. Some of you are going to be at 3.5. So whether you're a beginner or intermediate and you want to advance to the next level, or even if you're advanced now and you just want to learn more process, more value, learn your equipment a little bit better, take better pictures, check out one of our workshops. You can check out JeromeHamilton.com. We have a workshops page that'll get you there. We bring the top of the line models to all of our events, and we take you to the best places.
Are you experiencing hair loss? We have the solution with no drugs, no surgery, and no side effects. Experience 100% pain-free results with Super Grow Laser Cap System, featuring 272 professional-grade lasers that make your hair thicker and fuller naturally. Use it 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and notice your hair growth in as little as 3 months. Visit online at irevivelaser.com to order your Super Grow Laser Cap today and experience unbelievable results. irevivelaser.com.
Ruthless Cowboys, keeping the American dream alive and creating jobs one t-shirt at a time. From fabric to design, Ruthless Cowboys makes 100% American-made apparel that hardworking Americans are proud to wear. At RuthlessCowboys.com, you can shop for shirts and accessories for the cowboy or cowgirl in your life. Head to RuthlessCowboys.com, check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching Ruthless Cowboys. Ruthless Cowboys, we're all about family, country, and keeping it all American. RuthlessCowboys.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is the telephone number. If you pick up the phone and give us a call, we can help you through all of the mortgage maze that you're currently finding yourself in. Why do I say that? Well, if you see and read your loan docs, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, the legalese, the things that you need to know in terms of how to get a mortgage, what to do to get a mortgage, what are the consequences of that mortgage. By the way, the default rate is down to 1.25% on most loans over the last 12 months, which is a tremendous number. It's down, I think, 15 to 20% from the year before. So if you're out there right now and the economy is looking better, and I know we've talked on the show so far today about some of the disasters that have happened. Either it's a fire in California or hurricanes down south or in Texas. Yeah, there's a lot to be worried about when you own a home, right? And because natural disasters can hit you at any moment. But most people in the country are pretty excited about homes. Home prices have gone up as a result. But conversely, what we've got is a terrific employment statistic. What we've got is a good GDP number, and we look to be accelerating that. And this has been a long and arduous process, not politically motivated, but it takes a while to come out of what we came out of. I remember reading about the Great Depression, and it really took World War II to come out of the Great Depression, which was some, 10 years, 15 years into it before the country really got rocking and rolling economically. And I think that's where we're headed right now. We are talking a little bit about the Trump dump. Is that what they called? No, they called it the Trump slump. That's what they call it. I read about it today, and of course, these come from fake news websites. If you're looking around in your community, you're seeing a lot of the stores currently are rented and full. You're seeing prices that have gone up, both retail and in the home prices. So if you're just taking a gander at what goes on in your neighborhood, in your life, the people you know, most people are employed. Most people are employed with better jobs than they had 2, 3, 5 years ago. And if you have a job and have been in that job for that amount of time, you're probably making more money today than you were then. Why? Because the labor market is tight. What do I mean by that when I say labor market is tight? It means that you can get a better job down the street probably, which means that the labor market for your services has gotten harder to fill, which means that you have more leverage when you talk to your employer. Remember, you are in charge of that particular aspect of your wage increase. So if you are in a job, you've been there a while, maybe you want to go in and talk to the boss. There are a lot of different websites, a lot of different YouTube videos you can watch about exactly how to do that, depending on the style, the person you're talking to, the quality of the relationship. Because let's face it, when you're going in to ask for something and you're not confident about what you're asking and you don't have alternatives or another way to go if the conversation immediately halts with a no, then you're going to be into trouble. Into trouble being that they're going to feel more power than you in that relationship. So if you're looking for a new job or if you're looking for more money from your current job, make sure you get educated before you do that. Wanted to get into a few news-to-use items here, last segment of the program. Rates today, conventional 30-year fixed across the country. This one is at 3.625%. It's kind of unchanged from last week. Now, that 3.625% number, that is almost historically low. And if you can imagine, when we started raising rate hikes, I don't know, about a year, 18 months ago, if we could have told you then what we knew now about rates, nobody would have cared. But what happens when people announce short-term rate hikes by the Fed, people pull back and think they can't refinance. But I think right now refinance is probably a terrific idea. And why do I say that? There are a lot of new programs out there in the marketplace. There's stated income programs. There's bank statement programs. Rates have remained historically low. So if you're thinking about it, if you've got some unusual circumstances, give your mortgage broker a call. And you can always call us, email us. You can go to YouTube and see our videos. You can follow me on Twitter at Jeff6493. There are all kinds of ways to communicate in this world. We had a terrific guest on the show today, Debbie Harris, who talked a lot about LinkedIn and how that works and how the personal touch in any business or any relationship is always the best way to go. Let's see. The conventional 15-year fixed is at 3%. 3% for a fixed rate loan at 15 years. Pretty unbelievable. The 30-year fixed FHA loan is at 3.25%, and it is really unchanged since last week. The 30-year fixed VA loan is at 3.375, and there are a number of ARM products out there. Let's just give you one. The 15-year fixed VA loan, this is not an ARM product. Why did I say that? Anyway, the VA loan is at 3% as well. So if you're out there, as I said again, and make sure that you look at the rates currently as to what they were a year or what they might be in a year. And if you're thinking about buying something or refinancing now, it's a really good time, okay? So one of the things in this particular report that I was reading, which is very interesting, was talking a little bit about what happens to you, the borrower, in certain circumstances. Now, today we have talked about weather circumstances, whether it's fire or floods or hurricanes. Let's get into a little bit, and I want to bring Daryl on right now just to talk a little bit about what happened with Equifax and the credit breach of 143 million people who had their credit and their personal information hacked.
Those are the last people in the world that should have a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I've got lengthy articles here, and anybody who's looking for it, go to any website who's broadcasting what this is or giving information about it. I personally went to Mortgage News. It's a good website. I use it a lot for what's going on in the mortgage industry. But the credit breach, what are they, do you know what happened? Have you read about it?
I've just heard that, that certain information was compromised, but, these are the people that you should be able to trust the most with that information.
Well, they try to nudge the federal bureaucracy into not holding them liable if, in fact, some of this was happened. And whether it was known that the data breach happened prior to, this happened several months ago, but they are susceptible. Anybody who has a password, you're susceptible because somebody can find out what your password is. And most people use passwords that are easy to remember. Birth dates plus 1, 2, 3, some common word like password, or, anything that you can use that is easily remembered is also easily hacked.
I have an IT guy, and I had a laptop computer that I had set on a shelf for a couple of years, and I didn't remember the password. He brought over a software program called Password Cracker or something like that, and he stuck it in the computer, and it was like a cracking a safe. It went click, 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 click.
Oh, you're kidding.
Bing, and it just, bypassed it.
So you were able to recover your password?
Just like that.
Unbelievable. So,
they make software programs for that very purpose.
So if you're out there and you have passwords, and believe me, nobody has more passwords than me. I have 200 because I'm in the lending business, and everything is a secure password, a secure website, secure email delivery, housing of the information. It's all password protected, and we have to use algorithms almost. Some of my passwords are just ridiculously long with symbols and backslashes and numbers and capital letters and words spelled backwards. I mean, it's really a tremendous burden on me, but
huge.
You need one, right? Yeah. I mean, without it, what are you going to do?
Yeah, now they have devices that you can buy that will keep track of your passwords, but if that's password protected, you forget that, you're dead meat.
I wanted to do that. I wanted to get to a site where I could house everything.
Yeah.
But then I just got afraid, like you just said, it either gets hacked.
You lose that, it's all over.
Or if you lose it.
Everything.
Absolutely.
Everything.
So if you're out there right now, I went today to Equifax. Equifax has a website, as all the credit reporting agencies do, whether it's TRW, TransUnion, or Equifax. Equifax was the one who got hacked. Okay, so if you go to their website, and there's a specific website where you can sign up for their free, and they were going to charge, by the way. Now, the other two bureaus do charge because they didn't get hacked, right? $10 to put a freeze or a hold on your account. Equifax, you go there. I went there today. I typed in 6 digits of your Social Security number plus your last name, and it came up, of course, nope, you weren't hacked, or whatever the language that they use. So I told my wife, who apparently went on and said she was hacked, and she said, I saw an article today online. Now, who knows who's writing these articles and who knows what's true, but the article said that you can't believe anything Equifax is telling you right now. Put an automatic freeze on everything you have. So I wrote back to her, what are you supposed to do? Who are you supposed to trust?
I just got a call from my bank this last week from the fraud department. They didn't like the way that I had signed, on one of these little pads at the store, and all you can do is really draw a squiggly line.
Yeah.
Sign it with your finger, right.
Right. I know, it's so true.
And they compared it with a signature card that I signed at the bank in 1985.
Yeah,
right.
okay.
Well, things changed since then.
Things change, and you know what?
So they tried to recall my ATM card. They canceled it. They reduced my ability to pull money out of the bank to zero. Right, and I'm stuck with these guys.
What do you do?
I mean, what
exactly.
do you do?
We're all stuck with them.
I've got it set up for auto pay on some things, and things started to bounce, and I'm getting calls from people going, "Hey, I tried to run your card, and it's no good now." And
oh, jeez.
And I'm trying to rebuild some credit, and now I'm losing ground with these. And you can talk to these fraud guys until you're blue in the face, but once they made up their mind that they're going to cancel your card, change your number, and send you a new one, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
Anybody out there who's listening?
Done.
Gone through something like this?
Awful.
Awful. Absolutely awful.
Horrible.
Listen, we're up against it. Thanks, Daryl, for jumping in. That's,
my pleasure.
Terrible story, but certainly useful information, and we understand. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry, and we'll see you next time.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Your nose just a little bit. I need the sun off. There you go. When we do our workshops, we choose top locations like Red Rock Canyon for fashion, or we choose Cancun beaches for the glamour photography. There you go, good, good, good. We set up all the models. We have sponsors like Canon that bring out lenses and camera equipment, bodies that you can work with. We teach you how to use those. We teach you how to work with your equipment that you bring out. ISO 400, I'm shooting 1,000 shutter. I'm wide open at 2.8. Some of you are gonna be at 3.5. So whether you're a beginner or intermediate and you wanna advance to the next level, or even if you're advanced now and you just want to learn more process, more value, learn your equipment a little bit better, take better pictures, check out one of our workshops. You can check out JeromeHamilton.com. We have a workshops page that'll get you there. We bring the top of the line models to all of our events, and we take you to the best places.